Hey my OTF family, it's Coach Izzy here and welcome to day number 92 of our at-home workouts. Today guys, we have got a run row for you. So, I know you guys will be excited. You guys love a run row, so do I. We are going to be doing some exercises today that are going to mimic the same sort of movements we do in a run row in the studio, okay? Other than that, we're also going to be hitting that lower body and that core today, so it's going to be a bit of an all-over one. For today's workout, you're going to need a mat or a towel, and you're also going to need 2 medium weights or objects. If you'd like to join us in one of the live classes, we have got a whole 3 classes available to you guys today. We've got a 7 a.m. with Coach Calvin, a 1 p.m. with Coach Rachel, and a 7 p.m. with Coach Charlie. So hit us up in one of those classes, and we'll see you there.
Time for your dynamic warm-up. This block is going to be 5 minutes of work with 5 exercises. All you're going to need is a yoga mat for this one. Ready to get to work, D?
Let's get warmed up.
All right, we're going to start with 1 minute of a cobra swing. You're going to lay down flat on your mat. You're going to start with your feet about hip width apart, those toes anchored to the ground. As you can see, Dee is placing her hands on the small of her back, shoulders nice and tall. You're going to raise that chest off the ground, full extension with the arms to reach out in front of you, back to the small of your back. This is going to work your shoulders as well as your lower back and core. Options here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Next up, we've got 30 seconds per side of a T-spine rotation. Dee has her hands stacked underneath her shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Placing one hand behind the ear, elbow nice and wide, we're going to rotate at the midsection, trying to make contact with that planted hand. You've got 30 seconds per side. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Next up, we're going to warm up those ankles and hamstrings, crossing our right foot over the left, pressing through the ball of the left foot to raise the glutes into the air, elongating that hamstring, bringing that knee back down to the ground. Option here, you can always reduce your range of motion. You've got 30 seconds per side. Next up, 30 seconds per side of an iso hold plank bird dog. For this, you're going to extend your right arm out, left leg back, drawing your belly button to spine, squeezing your glutes to keep that core engaged. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds per side. An option here, use your own personal range of motion. Last but not least, you have 1 minute of a bear plank alternating shoulder tap. We're going to press through the balls of our feet, raising our knees just off the ground enough, belly button to spine to engage the core. Nice, slow, and steady, bringing that hand to your opposite shoulder. Option here, you can always drop your knees down to the ground, but make sure to keep that belly button drawn to your spine. You've got 5 minutes of work. Let's get warmed up.
Touch and kiss, my heart's first wish is coming true. I've begun to grow, and now I know you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before, but I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling up your mind, what you're searching for. Sticky claim, is it fame? Do you see your name in lights? Make up your mind, what you're searching for. Is it money? Is it something like freedom? Nothing against myself, but I can really see myself. Come around, come around, come around. Now I'm holding it down. I thought I was quiet, but then you brought that loud. It's instant that I mentioned. Did you know that? In a minute, I felt different. No take backs, take backs. Everyone's got a little bit of magic. Everyone's got a little trick up their sleeve. Yeah, everyone's got some kind of abracadabra. So cast your spell and make them believe. Ooh, you got some kind of magic, yeah. Yeah, you got some kind of magic. Oh, you got some kind of magic, baby. Yeah, you got some kind of magic. Put that pride on a shelf. Yeah. Now you can really see yourself. Clearing out, clearing out, clearing out while you hearing me now. You ain't gotta keep quiet about what you got now. Never instant, not to mention, cause you know that. But each minute feels different, no take back. Everyone's got a little bit of magic. Everyone's got a little trick up their sleeve. Yeah, everyone's got some kind of abracadabra. So cast your spell and make them believe. You got some kind of magic. Baby, you know you got some kind of magic. You got some kind of magic. You got it, you got it. You got some kind of magic. You got it, you got it. You got, you got some kind of magic. Make up your mind, what you're searching for. Sticky claim, is it vain? Do you see your name in lights? Make up your mind, what you're searching for. You got, you got some kind of magic.
Let's get into another run row block. 9 minutes long. First two exercises, 1 minute apiece. Second two exercises, higher intensity, 30 seconds. For this block, we'll need 2 heavier weights and 1 a little bit lighter weight. So to start our first tread exercise, we'll grab the lighter weight for power jack. 1 minute, weight presses up overhead at the same time the feet jump out. Explosive and powerful. Then we'll move into our row exercise. So picking up the heavier weights, deadlift to low row. Control this one here, core's tight. We're hinging at the hips, letting those weights glide against our legs, and then pulling in from the big muscles in our back, low row. Hinging for the deadlift, squeeze, and then always a big strong standing up tall. From here, we're gonna move into our tread exercise, 3-point lateral shuffle. So explosive, just 30 seconds. 3 steps out with a pause, drive the knee in, and activate that core. We're gonna finish off our last exercise, bicep curl to front squat. Back to those heavier weights. It's a hammer curl here. So thumbs up to the shoulders, and then hit that front squat. Slow and control the weights back down, drive up. Heavy in the heels, chest stays tall. 30 seconds, higher intensity. 3 rounds of that combination for your run row block. Let's get to work.
for me. But you got plans, got things to see. I've got heart, but it's not gold. Don't you start, no, don't you start. Oh, I thought I was giving up, gave all I got, but it wasn't enough. Take your steps, but don't run away. Never can wait, I need you to stay. After it's over, everything's gone. We need the closure.
Are you ready for a 12-minute lower body burn?
I'm ready.
So the first exercise, you're gonna feel the burn, and then the next one, you're gonna light it up.
Okay.
Sounds good. First exercise is gonna be a hip bridge. So down on the floor, you're going to plant your feet, lay flat, chin lifted, belly tight. Squeeze the glutes and press down through the heels to get that hip bridge, slow and control on the way back down. 15 reps here. From here, we're gonna take it into the plyometric pop jack. So a little more explosive, hands right under the shoulders, feet out, replacing the hands with the feet and keeping the chest tall. Back out into the plank and chest tall. Option here is step the feet out, walk it back up, and lift the chest. Now moving to our static lunge, the burn exercise. Feet are gonna be on train tracks, so not directly behind one another. Chest stays tall, body moves straight up and down. Watch the front knee. Option is reduce the range of motion. After that, we're gonna light it up with our frogger. So toes turn towards the side, chest is tall, reaching hands down, hips go back, and explode up just like a frog. Option, take it up to the toes, calf raise. Next, we're gonna hit a sumo squat. Same positioning with the feet, no jump. Sit the hips back, chest tall, squeeze the glutes on the way up. We're gonna finish nice and strong with 20 total speed skaters, bounding side to side, explosive energy, fire within. Activate that core. Option, drive the knee up towards the chest. 12 minutes, let's get ready to burn.
right, Lindsay, ready to work some core?
Always ready.
Hold on just a second. No, seriously, you're going to be doing a lot of holds. On this block, it's 7 minutes of work. You're going to be working on 3 different variations of core movements. In between, you've got a 30-second hold in a boat position. We're going to go ahead and demonstrate the 3 core movements, starting with 30 seconds of an iso crunch with alternating heel touch. Feet are hip width apart, knees bent, elevating the shoulders off the ground, belly button to spine. Arms by our side, trying to make contact, moving from the obliques. An option here, bring your heels a little bit closer towards the glutes. Our next movement is a sprinter sit-up. Hands at the chest, legs fully extended, drawing the belly button to spine, meeting in the middle for an extra rotation. Make contact opposite hand to opposite foot. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Last but not least, 30 seconds of a leg raise. We're going to have our hands behind the ears, legs stacked underneath the hips, legs straight as we bring our heels towards the ground. Once you feel your lower back try to raise off the ground, that is your cue to bring it back up to that 90-degree angle. An option here, you can bend at the knees. In between these 3 movements, you're going to have 30 seconds of a boat pose hold. As you can see, Lindsay's chest nice and tall, head to hip, one straight line, knees bent, arms fully extended. Think about drawing that belly button to the spine. Of course, we'll give you a little bit of flexibility at the end of each round. 30 seconds of a cobra pose. Feet are hip width apart, pressing through the hands, elongating that abdominal wall. That's all the flexibility you get because you got one more round. Go ahead and get started. Time to cool it down. This flexibility block is going to be 5 minutes of total work. We're going to be using a towel along with a yoga mat here. As you can see, Dee's grabbing the towel. We've got 20 seconds in 3 different positions of a lying hamstring stretch, making sure the lower back's making contact with the ground, shoulders relaxed. Dee's going to extend one leg up with that towel wrapped around. We're going to start with 20 seconds at the midline. Then at the 20-second mark, bring it to the outside of your shoulder, holding that stretch. Finally, 20 seconds to the inside here. Use your personal range of motion. Use what's available to you here. Then you'll switch sides. Next up, we've got a seated calf stretch. Coming up to a seated position, we're going to start with that towel still around mid-foot, legs fully extended, shoulders tall. Raising that heel slightly off the ground, emphasizing the calf. You'll have 20 seconds per side. Next up, 20 seconds per side of a hurdler stretch using that towel. We're going to keep one leg extended, bringing that second foot to the inside of the thigh. Shoulders tall once we've made sure we've held onto the grip, making sure we feel good about where that towel's held. Shoulders tall, really working that hamstring. Lastly, we're going to close things out with 20 seconds of a seated hamstring stretch. For this one, the towel is going to be wrapped around both feet. An added stretch for the lower back. You can always bring the shoulders forward, or if you want to emphasize the hamstrings a little bit more, bring the shoulders and chest tall and proud. You worked hard today. Enjoy your flexibility block.
I know that you're ready for this. I've been ready for this. We just gotta reach higher. We can go and make it move, cause I know that you're ready for this. We've been ready for this. We just gotta breathe fire. We just gotta breathe fire. Fire, fire, fire. We just gotta reach high.